academic landscape, selecting the right journal for the publishing research has become increasingly complex and strategic. To support faculty in navigating this process effectively, this faculty development program focuses on the emerging role of artificial intelligence in journal selection. This program aims to familiarize participants with AI-powered tools and techniques that analyze research scope, impact metrics, and publication trends to suggest suitable journals. By integrating AI into the journal selection process, researchers can enhance the visibility, relevance, and success rate of their scholarly work. This FDP is designed to equip educators and researchers with practical insights and skills for leveraging AI in making informed publication decisions. With this brief introductory note, I invite Dr. A. Lakshman Rao Garu, Principal, Viv Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, to share his views. Sir.
Okay. A very good morning to the eminent resource person for today's session, Dr. Sheikh Afzal Gadu, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Health Sciences, Villa College, Malé, Maldives, and to all the distinguished teachers participants from various pharmacy colleges. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to day 4 of the 1 week international online faculty development program on the future of pharma innovations and applications, organized by VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavalleru, from 3rd to 9th May 2025. On this 4th day of the program, Dr. Sheikh Afzal Gadu will be delivering a lecture on the topic role of AI in selection of journal. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing academic publishing by streamlining the journal selection process. Using natural language processing and machine learning, AI tools analyze a manuscript content, scope, and keywords to recommend the most appropriate journals. This enhances the likelihood of acceptance while minimizing the time lost to multiple submissions. These tools also take into account factors such as impact factor, peer review timelines, and open access options, helping others align their goals with the best possible publication avenues. Moreover, AI supports researchers in identifying predatory journals and provides valuable insights through citation pattern analysis. This lecture will offer valuable guidance on how researchers can harness AI effectively in academic publishing. On behalf of VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavalleru, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Sheikh Afzal Garu for generously sharing his time and expertise to support the academic growth of our faculty members. So, thank you all for your attention. Now, it's my pleasure to hand over the session to Ms. B. Satyasri Garu, Associate Professor, Head Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, and the convener of this FDP program, to take the program forward. Over to Satyasri Garu.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you so much for your welcoming note. Now, I invite Sheikh Meeravalli sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, to introduce Dr. Afzal Sheikh sir, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Health Sciences, Ville College, Maldives. Meeravalli sir.
Yes, madam. A very good morning to everyone, respected principals, respected speaker, and everyone. So now it's my privilege to introduce our today's speaker, resource person, Dr. Afzal Sheikh. She's currently working as Assistant Professor in Faculty of Health Sciences, Villa College, Malé, Mali. R has completed B Pharmacy from the Vagdev College of Pharmacy, Nellore, AP, in the year of 2006, and also completed B Pharmacy from the Sultanul Ulum College of Pharmacy, Hyderabad, Telangana, in the year of 2010. And Sar has completed PhD in the pharmacology at the JNTU Anantapur, AP, India, in the year of 2021. And also, Sar has having the professional experience. Sar has started as assistant professor in the year of 2012 to 2017 in the College of Gokula Krishna College of Pharmacy, Sulurpe, and also worked as assistant professor, associate professor, and academic in charge in the College of Narayana Pharmacy College from 2017 to 2023. And Sar has worked as senior lecturer and also assistant professor. Currently working as assistant professor in the College of Villa College, Maldives. And Sar having the research interest mainly in preclinical and clinical pharmacology, reproductive toxicology, neurology, inflammation oncology, and also pharmacoepidemiology and molecular biology. Are having the publications and projects. Are having almost more than 15 research publications in reputed journals like Elsewhere, IJPPS, etc. And also topics like anti-fertility agents, anti-inflammatory, anti-ulcer, and anti-diabetic studies. And SAR has supervised numerous M Pharmacy, B Pharmacy, and Pharmacy student research projects. And Sir having the awards, like Sir has secured first rank in ESET in the year of 2007, and also got the Best Teacher Award in the year of 2015, 2016, 2017 from the Gopala Krishna Group and also Narayana College. Are having the professional memberships like member of Asian Council of Science Editors and life member of Indian Pharmaceutical Association IPA and regional pharmacist from AP Pharmacy Council, and also executive editor for the Journal of Comprehensive Pharmacy, and also peer reviewer for the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, Drug Invention Today, etc. So this is so. Thank you for giving this opportunity to introduce our resource person, Dr. After Sheikh. Now I'm hand over to the Dr. Ms. Satyasri to take over the session. Thank you, madam.
Madam, please unmute your mic.
Madam.
Is it okay, sir?
It is okay, madam. You can continue.
Thank you, Meeravalli sir. Nice introduction. Now it's my privilege to invite Dr. Afzal Sheikh sir, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Health Sciences, Ville College, Maldives, to take over the section. Afzal sir.
Thank you, madam. First of all, I would like to thank BB Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Principal Sir, Lakshman Rao sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity to discuss few things about the journal publications, and also the convener, Satyasri madam, and also for the thank you for nice introduction. So today, so first I would like to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once again, good morning, everyone. So, myself, Dr. Afzal Sheikh, working as Assistant Professor in Faculty of Health Sciences, Villa College, Maldives. Today, I'm going to discuss a few things about the role of artificial intelligence in selection of journal. Though it is a very basic topic, but it is very crucial in case of publications. So let us see what is the role of AI in selection of journal. So in this topic, I would like to discuss both traditional ways as well as some AI tools which will help us to select a proper journal for publications. So before we start research or after completion of research, once we have a complete data, the next thing what it comes to our mind is to publish it in very good resource journal or peer-reviewed journal. And selection of journal is always, it's like, and for even the students and also for the faculty, it is sometimes it is like a very difficult thing to search a journal, especially in order to check whether it's a predatory or a very good journal, whether it is a Scopus index journal or not, whether it is it comes under Web of Science or something like this. What is the general metrics? What is the impact factor, overall impact factor, or site factor of site score of that particular journal? So especially in today's session, I hope I would give some insights on selection of journal by using some of AI tools as well as some traditional methods of selection of journal. So before going to start, so these are my contents. So first we'll discuss about criteria to be considered to select a proper journal. Then we'll discuss what is meant by open access, closed access, and predatory journals. Then we'll be discussing about what is impact factor and other metrics, and what is the role of impact factor in selecting a specific journal. Then some tools, especially some AI tools as well as some traditional tools, which will help us to identify journals to publish. So before we dive into this topic, I would like to ask a simple question. When writing an article, should you write your article with a specific journal already in mind, or write your article and then find the journal that you think is most suitable? Can anyone answer? So when you start writing an article, you should start writing article before selection of journal, or after once article is finished, then you should select the journal.
After selecting journal, sir, because you know that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Very good. So first we need to select a journal before writing the article, because writing an article most of the people will complain like our articles are not getting accepted in peer-reviewed journals such as Elsevier journals or PubMed journals. The main criteria for article to be approved or like without rejection, it is mandatory to follow journal norms. So before it would be preferable to select a journal beforehand writing an article so that it will be easy to follow the author guidelines, especially the style of referencing. So most of the like PubMed journals, they will follow Vancouver style, as we all know, and some of them will follow APA style, different types of styles of referencings. So these are the very important criteria to be followed. So hence, before writing an article, it is always recommended to select a specific journal. Next, can you submit your paper to more than one journal at the same time? Is it advisable to submit your paper once you have written your paper? Can you submit it to a multiple journals at the same time?
No, sir.
Yeah. So it comes under ethical issues. So it is we should maintain some ethics that we should not submit any paper to other journal other than what we have initially submitted. So this also, like, some people will be thinking, for example, those who are pursuing PhD, those who are like having urgency to publish. So they will be like, why to waste time? They will submit their paper to multiple journals. So initially, like, some of the journals may take 3 months time to give you the response. Some of them, they will take even 6 months. Some of them will take even 1 year until the acceptance comes. So we need to be patient until the journal accepts the thing. And once either it accepts or rejects, then only we should think about the another journal. Okay. So let us discuss the topic. The first thing is criteria to consider. So as we have discussed, the simple criteria to select a proper journal. So first, as we have discussed earlier in the first question also, we need to select a journal before you start writing a paper. So it will help you to structure the paper, your manuscript as per the norms of the journal. So the second thing, look for the journals that have published work similar to yours. It is a very easy process, right? For example, someone is doing any study like asthma in children. So when your topic is asthma in children, how to select a specific journal, and whether the selected journal will accept your publication, accept your manuscript, or either it will publish your content. So it is very easy to select journal if you select a journal if it has already published similar content. For example, here I have given one. Let us see this one. This is on site. Hope you can see the screen. So this is a site called Journal Author Name Estimator. For example, here, if you search for asthma in children, and you just click find journals, right? Here on the screen, you can see different types of journals which has published similar content on asthma in children. As you can see, nursing, children and young people, Journal of Asthma and Allergy. This site will help you even to see whether it is a very peer-reviewed journal, high quality open access journal or closed access journal, whether it is a PubMed related journal. And you can also see the metrics here. This is the impact factor of that particular journal. So this is very simple way to select an article, a journal, by checking whether it is publishing your content, the same content what you are researched on. For example, here you can also see show articles. So here it has been published 3 articles. From this journal has published 3 articles on asthma, especially the effects of asthma in child. So if the work or the manuscript or the article which you are preparing or prepared is connected to asthma in children, this is the best way to select a proper journal, correct? So similarly, you can see list of journals. So you can select any journal, and later on in this lecture, we will also see, for example, here we have a list of journals, how to select among them what is a best journal. So the best journal is like, we need to keep few things in mind. For example, the metrics, what is the impact factor, and whether it is a PubMed Central Journal or any Scopus Index journal, what type of quality this journal has, and then how much time it is taking to, after receiving your paper, how much time it will take up to the acceptance and also to get published. So these are the few things which we need to keep in our mind before you select a journal. So this is one way of selecting a journal, by simply going into this site. Coming back to our PowerPoint. So the second thing is, consider journals that have published work that you will cite. For example, you have written your manuscript. In manuscript, definitely you are going to mention like 10 or 15 references at the end, right? So, or for example, when you are writing a manuscript, whatever the reference articles or literature you search to write your manuscript, all those literature, whatever you have selected, it will be on asthma in children or whatever the topic which you are interested in, right? So from that references list also, you can select a journal. Let us see how that thing we can do. For example, this is like prevalence and predictors of uncontrolled asthma in children referred to asthma. So now at last, this is, for example, this is an reference article which you have selected to write your paper, right? Now at the end, if you come, these are the references, right? For example, total there are 33 references, right? These are the references list. So in the referencing list, you can also select the journal. For example, this is New England Journal of Medical Sciences. So like that, you can select a journal, Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. So these are the journals. Like this is also one of the easy way to select a journal, right? First way will be like simply going and typing your topic. Either you can even paste your abstract over here in this site, and then you can get a list of journals, and also you can see the metrics as well as the list of publications or articles which have already published by that specific journal. The second important thing is when you select the literature review. For example, you have a 15 articles in your hand. From that, you are writing your manuscript, and all these 15 articles, at least each article will have more than 10 references, and each reference will give you a idea to select a proper journal, right? So next, once you have selected a journal, it is very important. The next important criteria is to read the instructions to author. So author for instruction, in some journals it will be like instructions to author. In some journals it will be like author instructions, whatever it may be. So here they will show you a clear specifications, what they are expecting from you, what they are expecting, like the layout of your manuscript should be, what they are expecting kind of referencing style, how you should number, how you should cite, right? So these are the different things which they will be putting in their journal website itself. As you can see here, you can see author information here. Just you need to click that author information and you need to check the structure of manuscript. So they will be giving all the types of papers. For example, if your paper is a review article or if your paper is a research article, in research also if it is a quantitative or qualitative, either you are willing to publish a systematic or meta-analysis. For each and every category of publication, they will give a proper details such that you can easily design your manuscript such that it will get easily accepted in that particular journal. Next, moving further, so what are the factors to be considered for selection of journal? So the first important factor to be considered is target audience. So you need to make sure what type of audience you are going to connect with. For example, whether you are connecting, like you are going to connect with a group of researchers, those who are in neuroscience department, or you are going to, or your targeted audience is the children who are suffering from asthma, or you are going to select any women who are like having reproductive issues. So the first foremost thing, you need to select the proper audience, and then the important thing is access and APC. As we know, APC is article processing charge. It is very important nowadays. All the journals, they are charging so much. They will be charging like $100 to even $5,000. So this is the article processing charge. And also you need to check the access, whether the journal's access is there. For example, whether it is an open access or closed access. In further, we will be discussing the difference between open access and closed access, and also we will also discuss about how to select, whether you need to select an open access journal, whether you need to select a closed access journal. If you want to select, what should be the criteria. Then the important thing or the factor to be considered is impact factor. So what is the overall impact factor of that particular journal? So it is also very easy to check the impact factor if you are selecting any journal which is elsewhere Scopus indexed. So in the website itself, they will show the impact factor of the journal, even the site score also. We will also discuss the difference between impact factor as well as the site score, and then publication time. Publication time is very crucial in case like if you are having any targets, like if you want to like are doing or pursuing a PhD, and it is very important to get the papers on time in a specified time, then publication time is very important. Even you can even check the publication time in the journal itself. It will be most of the journals, they will mention the time it will take to first peer review your article, to revise your article, to accept, and after acceptance, how many days they will take to publish. So everything, the timeline will be mentioned in the journal website itself. Then quality of reproduction. Now, what do you mean by quality of reproduction? Once you have published your article or manuscript in your any particular journal, whether it is being cited, how many people are going to cite your paper? So the how many people are going to cite your paper depends upon the quality of journal, right? If you want to cite, for example, if you want to prepare a manuscript, you will select the articles, those who are under PubMed or Scopus, right? Because when you go for standard publications, they will check all the references should contain all the articles which has been published or under any index journals like Scopus or PubMed. So this is a very important aspect. Like you need to check the quality of reproduction. How far your article will reach to the audience? How far the journal will carry on your work? How far you will get a proper citations? Then likelihood of acceptance. Most of the journals, if you see on their website itself, they will be writing 20%. Their acceptance rate is 20%. It means if they get 100 articles, they are going to publish only 20 out of them, right? And some of the journals, they will have 50% of acceptance. So if depending upon your urgency, you can select a proper journal depending upon its acceptance criteria, right? Let us see one more this thing here. As you can see, this is one of the journal which is from elsewhere, Science Direct. As you can see, International Emergency Nursing, and here you can see article processing charge. It is charging around 2,900 USD, and it is an open access journal. And right, and you can see here time to first decision. So once you submit a manuscript, they will take 51 days to tell their first decision. Either it may be going for a revision, or either maybe they have accepted your manuscript, either they have rejected. So it will take 51 days, so almost 2 months. And then once they give their first decision, like for revision, they will give 168 days. The review time will be 168 days. Like they can send your manuscript to different researchers, renowned researchers in that particular field to review your article. Once they review, then again they will send you back the manuscript with the like minimal or maximum corrections. Once you do these corrections and everything, this review time will include 168 days of max. And then once the submission to acceptance will be after your review, it will take 185 days. And once your article has been accepted, after acceptance within 18 days, they are going to publish your article. So these are some important things to check. You can see this is an open access journal, and it is charging around 2,900 USD, and this is the time line or time duration, how many days it will take for your publication, right? Next we will be discussing about open access, closed access, as well as predatory journals. So there are a lot of predatory journals out there. Per day, you will be maybe getting different types of mails from different types of journals. Like they will be asking you to publish your content, even our article. We are going to launch our new journal, or we're going to publish our new volume, new issue. So please send your articles. So whether we should get attracted to that, then they will give some waiver also. They won't, even some journals, they will tell we won't charge. This is our first volume, first issue. So please publish in our journal. So how to like select in that particular circumstances. So before that, we will be discussing what is open access and what is closed access journal. Open access, normally these journals are, for example, these journals will publish your content and they will make your publication open to all sectors of audience. Means anyone can go into their website and can easily download your article without any charge. Whereas these closed access journals, they will put restrictions. So most of you might have been seen if you during your collection of literature while downloading your articles, some of the journals will specify you to pay some amount. For example, some elsewhere articles they will charge you like $33. So once you pay the $33, then only you can download that article. So this is the difference between open access and closed access. So open access articles, open access journals will provide open access to all of its publications to all sectors of audience, whereas closed access journals, they won't like give away your publications in free, but they will charge some amount. But as the difference, open access, you can have more access. For example, anyone can download your article and then can cite, right? If they cite your article, you will get your citations, right? But they will charge you more. This open access, as we just see in the journal which we have just seen, it is charging around $2,900, right? This open access, as they show your publication to all sectors of audience, they will charge some amount from you. Whereas these closed access journals, they won't charge, or they will charge only minimal amount, and they will get their money back after your publication once some ex-researcher want to download your article, right? So next, what are the different types of journals? So there are mainly trusted journals, but not in Scopus or Clarivate. Clarivate is our Web of Science, and journals which are in Scopus or in Clarivate, and predatory journals. Now, what is the difference between journals in Scopus, Clarivate, and trusted journals, but not in Scopus and Clarivate? Now, journals in Scopus or Clarivate means here we can have like two different categories of journals, we can say. First category of journal is the journal which is being printed and also monitored and regulated by Scopus itself. And you can even see the Scopus symbol on the articles, right? Those are Scopus imprint journals. Whereas some of the journals will be there, which will be indexed under Scopus. So there might be a lot of journals you can see under the indexation. Indexation doesn't mean it will be always under Scopus. Now currently it may be under Scopus. Once the renewal has been finished, they fail to renew their contract, the journal may also get withdrawn from the Scopus. That is the challenge, or that is the risk behind selecting an index journal. So my suggestion is, better for going for an index journal, it is very best to select a journal which is being maintained and regulated or imprinted by Scopus or PubMed. And then we have trusted journals which are not under Scopus or Clarivate, but they are very trusted ones. Means very old journals. They are not under Scopus or Clarivate. This Scopus and Clarivate all are like Western culture things which we are forced to obey. But there are a lot of other journals also, very old journals, which doesn't fall under Scopus or PubMed or Clarivate, but they are very trusted journals. And these trusted journals may be paid publications or free publications. And also the journals which are indexed in Scopus or Scopus journals may be closed access or open access, which we just discussed. Now, predatory journals. What do you mean by predatory journals? I will discuss about these predatory journals in a while. So predatory journals are those journals, and we will also discuss how to identify whether the journal is predatory or a trusted journal or a journal which is in Scopus index, right? So we can even see, for example, here in this site, this is a site which is called as predatory journals. Here they will be giving you the list of journals. So what you need to do before selecting a journal, you can visit this site and check whether the selected journal is listed here. If it is listed here, then it means it is an predatory journal, and this journal you should not consider. For example, you can see advances in lung cancer and advances in infectious diseases. These all are like, this is the latest sheet, and this website, it will publish its data and it will also update its data frequently, and they will put all the information of the journals which are not like authenticated journals, which are predatory in nature, right? So these are the list of advances in Parkinson's disease. So if you have selected this journal, so you should avoid selecting this journal because it is an predatory. And this is one of the way to check whether the selected journal is a good journal or a predatory journal. Okay? Next, open access or closed access journals. Just we have discussed few things about them, and now we will be discussing what are the factors to consider when deciding between an open access or closed access. So before we dive into further, I would like to ask if anyone is interested to answer. Now, after knowing about open access and closed access, which type of journal you would like to publish your content, whether you would like to try open access or whether you like to go with closed access? How many of you agree with, like, I will be going with open access because it will have it will show our journal to different sectors of researchers, and then I will have, even though I spend few money, the reach will be more, I will get more citations. On the other hand, few people may be also thinking, why to spend that much amount? We are getting published our article with lesser price, even though the reach is not that much. Which type of access you would like to prefer, whether it is an open access or closed access? Anyone would like to share your thoughts? Whether it is better to go with open access journals or whether it is better to go with closed access journals?
So some of the audience give an answer as open access in chat box itself, sir.
Okay. As I
Yes,
can't see the chat box. Thank you. So
okay,
open access. Okay, let us see what are the criteria or the factors to consider whether to go with open access or whether to stick with closed access. Now, the first thing is visibility. So if you are searching for visibility, like if you want that your article should be very visible and your article should reach to each and every researcher and you should get more citations, then you should go for open access journals. So publishing your article in open access means that more people are likely to see it simply because more people have able to access it. So as these open access journals make sure everyone get access to your publication, it is very easy to anyone to download your articles. Sometimes what happens in closed access journals, even though you are an author, you have published the content in specific journal, and later if you want to download your own article, you can't download. You also need to pay $33. Okay, they will share you initially with an proof document, and also once published, they will share you a document. What if you have lost that copy what we have? You can't even download it further. If you want to also download, you need to pay some amount to that specific journal. That is the problem with closed access, right? But with open access, it is very easy to download your articles at any point of time. Not only you also can download, any other researcher who is interested in your topic, they can also download, and it will increase the visibility. So this way, it is very like recommended to go for open access journals. And indeed, one of the studies shows open access papers having full text downloads an 89% higher rate compared to the closed access, and 42% higher rate in PDF downloads, and 23% have higher visitors to open access journals compared to these closed access journals. So even though they charge some amount, if your target is visibility, then you should go for selecting open access journals. Second thing, cost barrier. If you don't mind about cost, even though you are ready to pay the amount of $1,000, $2,000, 3,000, or even up to 5,000, if cost is not a matter for you, then you can go for this open access journals. But you also should consider how much amount is these closed access journals are charging from you when compared to this open access. As you can see here, traditional journals like closed access journals, they will pay charge from $100 to $250, and it also depends upon if you are publishing your content in color, image, or like in black and white. If you have any figures or kind, it will differ from $150 to $1,000. However, open access journals, the article processing charge in open access journals is ranging from $8 to $5,000. So it has been research done on open access and closed access journals, and this is the maximum, like minimum amount to maximum amount what these open access journals are charging from you. And in some cases, when authors genuinely do not have means to pay publication fee, they can also apply for full or partial waivers. This full or partial waivers in some journals, you also might have been seen, they will be asking whether which continent you are belongs to, whether you belongs to Asia. They will also ask in which country you reside, and that country, whether it will fall under underdeveloped country or developing country or developed country. If your country falls under undeveloped country or developing country, they will give some waiver, right? You should apply for that even. You can ask for that because it is already stated in the journal that you can ask some waiver from them. So if the first criteria is, or first factor to consider to select open access or closed access is if visibility. If you want more visibility, yes, of course, then you should go for open access. If cost is not a barrier for you, then of course you can go for open access. Then, now this is somewhat important thing, prestige. What do you mean by prestige? Most of the researchers, they won't publish in open access journals. They won't like to publish in open access journals because these open access journals, as they are charging money, the quality of articles which they reproduce it will be very less or very low, we can say, because as they are getting money, whatever the articles they are getting or manuscript they are getting, they will do some minor corrections and they will publish it in their respective journals because they are getting some kind of money. So by putting in this mind, some of the famous researchers, especially the people who are in science and humanities and social science authors, they decide not to publish in open access journals because they feel it is a prestige. So for example, in the research community, if I have an article and I'm promoting that my article has been published in so and so journal, my article has been published in so and so journal. Now in the research community, some of them may see, oh, this is an open access journal. You might have been paid something, hence it has been published. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been published, right? So this kind of issues are also there. Hence, some people will not go for selecting open access journal because the quality of open access journals when compared to closed access journals is a debatable topic, right? It is also important to note that many open access journals are new and have not yet received their impact factor yet. We'll be discussing what impact factor. So as in the criteria, what we have also seen before in the earlier slides, impact factor is very important criteria. And also we need to go and check for volume and issue. Some journals will have volume 1, issue 1. It means it is a very new journal. Some will be having volume 100. It means it is a very old journal. It has been already published 99 volumes. It is the 100th volume. So we need to, before selecting a journal, we also should make sure what volume it is. It means how many years, from past how many years it is in the publishing field, and from past how many years, how many volumes it has been published, how many articles it has been published. Whether it is a new journal or whether it is a very old journal. These are the things. And as you can see, for example, in 2013, out of 500, only 179 open access journals has been published Springer and were given impact factor. It means all other open access journals doesn't have any impact factor, right? Right. Next is speed of publication. What do you think? See, obviously, as a researcher, as a person who is willing to publish your content, you will definitely look for speed in the publication. You want an immediate reaction. Tonight, if you have submitted your manuscript, next day morning you want some reply from them, and the other day they need to publish it, right? So this will be our urgency from our side, right, to publish our content as early as possible. Speed of publication. Now coming to speed of publication, open access journals will publish soon when compared to that of closed access journals, right? One of my article, I have submitted my MPharm research in 2012, mid-October, and it got accepted in 2012 December itself. So October 2012 I have submitted, they given acceptance in 2012 December or January. Then I was waiting when they will publish, and they published my article in 2014. So it took, even I also forgot about that I have submitted some manuscript to some journal, right? So they took 2 years to publish. So that is the maximum time period, and also it depends upon journal to journal, obviously. Hence, speed of publication is very important. And if you want if your publication to accept early and to get published early as soon as possible, then you should go for selecting open access journals when compared to that of closed access, because closed access journals may take plenty of time for publications. Next, predatory journals, what we have discussed. Now we will be looking into how to distinguish between a good journal and a predatory journal. In the previous slide, we have seen even a list, a website where you can easily check whether your journal is a predatory or a good journal. As you can see here, these are the two sites, like predatory journal site, and also we have BL's list, and this BL's list will also show you the list of publications or journals which are predatory in nature, right? So as per the time constraint, I am not going into these websites. I will share my presentation at the end of this session. You can also access these websites and can see the list of predatory journals. Next, how to identify predatory journal, whether the journal is predatory or not. The first important criteria to select a journal or to check whether it is a predatory or not, to check whether it is having ISSN number, International Standard Serial Number. It is a journal, like once you have published one issue out, then you can apply for this International Standard Serial Number. It is an free organization. They will assign a specific number to a specific journal. Okay, as you can see here, it will be like an 8 numbered ISSN number they will assign to each and every journal, and you need to check whether the journal is having this ISSN number or not. Most of the articles, most of the journals, if they are very new, you can see only X marks here, XXX/XXX. So it means there doesn't have any ISSN number. So to make sure whether it is a good journal or predatory journal, make sure to check whether the journal is having ISSN number or not. And also DOI, digital object imaging. And you can even, some of the journals, when you publish, they will ask for this DOI number, right? You need to even mention in the reference list this DOI number. What is meant by this DOI number? This DOI is digital object imaging, and it is also one of the authenticating factor that the journal is not predatory, it is a good journal, right? And also sometimes it is very easy to check these things, right? Even simply Google it to check the ISSN number, to check the journal title for a few minutes, and then you can also sometimes a quick Google check of the email ID, right? They will also provide some email IDs, like contact details will be there in the journal. And as I said in the initial before, when I was starting this presentation, they will send you full of mails to you and requesting you to publish, and they will use some mail IDs. You can even check the mail ID is like a genuine mail ID or not, whether it is any scammers one. Most of the journals, most scammers are there. As predatory journals, they will charge some amount from you, they will publish it, and you will be very happy that my content has been published. And after 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, your ex-friend asks or ex-colleague asks you, what is your article from which journal you have published? When you try to open that website, the website will be gone by that time. It will be showing no access, or it will be showing domain has been changed. So those are some of the predatory journals. Those who try to scam you, they will collect the money initially, they will publish it, and later you can't search it even in the online. Right? So these are the things, as you can see, ISSN number and DOI number. These are the very important aspects to select a proper journal. Next, scope of journal. If a scope of journal is too wide, what it means? For example, there is a journal called Journal of XYZ. Means they will publish any kind of content. They will publish health science background articles. They will publish social background articles. They will publish law articles. They will publish business articles. They will publish engineering articles. So their scope is very wide. Whether it is a good journal to select, the journal which is having very wide scope of accepting, they are selecting any kind of journal. No, it is very bad to select such type of journals which offers you wide range of. Even you might have been seen some journals in the website, in the first page itself, they will be writing, we'll accept journals from agricultural background, we'll accept journals from veterinary sciences, we'll accept journals from clinical studies, pharmacology, so blah 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 things will be there. So it is always preferable to select a specific journal which has a very narrow scope, right? For example, I have mentioned here, Mediterranean Politics, published by Taylor and Francis, focus on research related to international relations and contemporary politics in the Mediterranean Sea and areas around it. So it is very specific. For example, Journal of Asthma means it will accept only publications which has been done research on only asthma. It won't take any article or any other diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or anything. So it is very better to select a journal which has very narrow scope, right? Then no transparency about APC. So as we have discussed earlier, APC means article processing charge. Most of the predatory journals, first they will tell it is free, and then once they accept it, they will tell you to pay some amount. Okay, so those things means if any journal is having very clear cut in author instructions they have written, we will charge this much, as we have seen in the earlier also. It will charge $2,900, right? It has been already shown, and they will take only $2,900, not more than that. But some journals, they won't show any amount on their website, but later they will charge it. We need to be careful about those journals also. And poor online presence, as we have discussed, dead links, unlicensed websites. So you can see even some under websites of journals at the bottom, you can see CC creators, kind of certified, copy certified certifications, right? So those things are very important. And not well indexed, which are not properly indexed, right? So always check for this DOAJ, as most of you might know, Directory of Open Access Journals. So what we need to do, once you select a journal, you can simply go into this site and type the journal, name of the journal, and thereby you can see whether it is under open access DOAJ. This DOAJ will show only those journals which are reputed in nature, and also which are not predatory in nature, right? Next, impact factor and metrics. As most of us may know what is impact factor, I will just give a quick review on this. So what is the impact factor? Impact factor is a very crucial for authentication of any journal to tell its quality, right? So impact factor, for example, if you want to check the impact factor of any journal for 2025 current year, what we need to do, we need to go back like 2 years past, like 23 and 24, and we need to check from last 2 years how many articles they have been published. For example, they have published around 100 articles in 2 years. Out of 100 articles, how many articles have been cited, right? For example, out of 100 articles, if 20 articles has been cited, then we need to divide 20 by 100, for example, 2 or something, the impact factor will come. That will be the impact factor. What do you mean by cite score? Most of the journals you might know about impact factor, and most of us we may not know about cite score. Both are same, but impact factor, as I said, if you go for checking the data of 2 years, then it will be called as impact factor. And if you go for checking for 3 years, past 3 years, then it is called as cite score. This impact factor and cite score, both you can see in Scopus index journals, whereas Web of Science will calculate only impact factor. And cite score will be present in the Scopus journals, not in Web of Science, most of the Web of Science journals, right? I will show you a sample. So as you can see here, so this is a journal, Chinese Journal of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. So its impact factor is 0.3. So it means, for example, this cite score is for 2023. So they have selected from 2020 to 23 for 3 years. This journal has published 643 documents. Out of 643 documents, 199 documents has been cited. Hence, the impact factor of this particular journal is 0.3, right? And also, when you open your Scopus, you can also see the site score. So here it is like in descending order. This is the top most site score containing journal, Cancer Journal of Clinicians. You can see its impact factor or site factor is 873. It means it is having 99%, right? Very quality journal. Then journal metrics. Journal metrics is one other important criteria to select the journal. You need to check the H index of the journal as well as the I-10 index. For example, even it can be applicable to your own credentials also, right? You need to check your H index and I-10 index. In most of the foreign countries, they will give promotions on the basis of this H index and I-10 index. If your H index is 5, then they will be giving you a lecturer post, or below it is 5 and above, they will give assistant professor post. If it is below after like above 10, they will give you a professor post. So depending upon this H index and I-10 index, even your credentials also belongs, and even you can check for a proper journal also. I don't think I have that much time to explain this. Anyhow, I-10 index means it is like, for example, we have 8 articles under your belt, and out of 8, 6 articles has been cited more than 10 times. Hence, your I-10 index will be 6. And H index means how many number of articles have, for example, the up to 6, this you have 10 articles under your belt, and up to 6 journals have been cited more than 6 times. For example, the 7th article is cited only 3 times, but the 6th article has been cited more than 6 times. Then your H index will be 6. This is how to calculate H index and I index. I am in little hurry because I need to finish the things. As you can also see your credentials in the Google Scholar, but compared to Google Scholar, H index and I index, and also the citations, your Scopus citations and PubMed citations are very valuable. And these are some other factors to check to select a proper journal. You might also know about Schimago journal index. It will show the quartile of the journal. For example, you might have been listening about Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? And how to check the journal falls under which category. For example, if you go into this site, or you can simply type, for example, Chinese journal. Okay. If you simply check your journal in this website, it will show you which quartile it falls under. For example, this is Q1 journal, right? So we have 4 quartiles: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and Q1 is considered as most toppest or most authenticated ones. And you can even see the different criterias. Okay, here it is like Q1. So by this site, you can easily check under which quartile your journal will fall. So similar to that SGR, we have SNIP and percentage not cited. And then at last final, I would like to discuss about few tools. Already we have seen some tools, right? How to select a journal. Here we'll be seeing some further tools to identify the journals in which we can publish. So these are some of the journals, tools. As you can see, there is a journal finder. So simply you can mention copy your abstract here, or either you can simply copy your keywords, right? And then such that you can get a journal. For example, what I would like to do. Okay, so I have searched by using keywords. So once you put your keywords, you can see the different journals under Scopus. You can see Annals of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. It has an impact factor of 5.3. It has a site score of 6.5. So time taken for decision also you can see 5 days. So the first decision, it will come like 5 days, whether it is rejected or it is going to be reviewed, whatever it may be, whether it is accepted, what kind of. And time of acceptance, it will take 37 days to accept. and it is an open access journal, and it will charge you $3,400. And you have World Allergy Organization journal. You can see its impact factor, site score, and time to the acceptance, and how much the APC, article processing charge. This is also one way to select your journal. And this Jane we have already seen, right? This we have already seen. So just we need to select, right? Then okay. So further, I would like to add some AI tools also here. As you can see here, this is one of the AI tool, right? So these tools, some of the tools, they will give like data for free. Some of the tools they will charge, right? Just we'll see here. We have journal finder. Even you can by this AI tool, you can even improve your academic writing, literature recommender, and also even you can check the content is AI generated content or not. For example, some of the students or the manuscript which you have made, whether it is an AI generated maybe or it is human made also, you can see. Just we'll check here. Normally it is a paid version. As you can see here, just we need to put our abstract, and it will show you all the journals. Even you can even see view journal. If you type onto view journal, it will show all the indexations, whether it has published the similar kind of articles earlier or not. So view report, whether it is a good journal or not. So this is one of the tool by which you can. I will try to open it once again. So I need to sign in before. Okay, I think it will take some time, but it is worth. Oh, sorry. Give me a minute. Yes. So here you can go journal finder. So you can simply put your abstract here, or name of the journal, or the topics what you have selected, right? Just we'll check for just we'll take one sample here. Okay, this is some next article. Just we have copied this content and pasted here. So now it will search. Yeah. So total it has shown 59 searches related to that particular article. What was the article? What we have seen was we have like seeing anti-fertility activity of medicinal plants on male and female reproduction. So just we have copied the abstract and we have pasted over here, and related to the topic, related to that specific content, this site they have given 59 search in total, and you can see first one is Journal of Ethnobiology and Ethnomedicine. It is an open access. Its site score is 5.7. Impact factor is less than 5. You can see it is Q1. It is falling under quartile 1, and you can also see it is indexed in Web of Science and Directory of Open Journal. open access journals. And then you can see frontiers in pharmacology. It is also an open access journal. And also you can even see the full report of this particular journal. So as I said, this is partly you need to subscribe to it to get more number of things. See, you can even see the type of articles which it has already published under the topic what you have just pasted there, right? Right. Then we have Trinka Journal Finder, and also if you want to check whether your content is like AI generated or not, this is one of the tools which I have mentioned over here. It is very useful to Philbot. Here, what you can see here, you can check for the grammar check. You can even check whether it is an AI. One second. Okay, so here you can see paraphrasing tool is there. So it will also help you to paraphrase your content. So for good communication, you can use this tool. You can also check for the grammar. You can check for the plagiarism, free plagiarism checker, and AI detector. So here this AI detector, just you need to copy paste the content. For example, we have selected the abstract there. And if you click here, so it is showing it is 0% likely to AI. It means as we have downloaded it from a already published content, right? So it is human made. It is human written wordings, not generated by AI. This is also one of the tools which will help you to find a specific journal as well, right? So this was let us wind up this session. So at last, I would like to say, once, even though you have passed all these hindrances, and once you selected your journal and sent your manuscript, so most of the scientists, or peer review process is very critical nowadays. They will check each and every point. More than acceptance, rejection ratio rate is very high. So even though it rejects, you need to keep on trying until your article or paper is accepted, right? And so think, check, and then submit your. So that is all from my side. If you have any question and answer, I would like to answer them.
Afsar sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Very informative section, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
It is very useful for all the participants, sir.
I hope so.
Yes, sir. Very nice presentation, sir. Thanks for your sharing your valuable knowledge about AI tools in general selection, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you so much.
Some more questions in chat box, sir.
I will check.
Can I read, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Which is good among Scopus or Claritative, sir?
Both are good actually, but in some countries, for example, in this Saudi Arabia, so that places they are going for Web of Science. They are not considering. They are considering Scopus, but they are going more towards Web of Science. In Web of Science also, we have two categories: one lower category and one higher category. And if you have published your articles in higher category, depending upon those journals and citations, they are even giving increments. Like here in our college also, they are promoting Scopus index journals, and even they are giving incentives also for us. For example, if we publish any journal in Q1, especially in Scopus, they are paying around 15,000 Maldivian rupiah, which is around 75,000 rupees in India. So if you publish in the Q4, they are giving 6,000 MBR, so which is like 30,000. So most of the like international or foreign universities, they prefer both Scopus as well as Web of Science, but majorly Web of Science is more preferable compared to Scopus index. And as I also said, Scopus indexation is different, Scopus itself imprinting is different. If you are directly going into Scopus imprint journals where you can see that logo, the tree logo will be there, no? That is very famous logo, right? So this is the difference between both of them. Any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
There are new journals and they are good but no impact factor. What will you suggest, sir, for the submission of manuscript in those journals?
This question itself, they are new journals, right? Whether we need to check whether ISSN number is there, DOI number is there, even though impact factor is not there. So impact factor, when impact factor will come, for example, after 3 years only impact factor is going to come. Even though now impact factor may not be there, but after 3 years impact factor might come. But the thing what you need to check whether the journal is not predatory, and then new means if it is a Scopus index, yes. Whether if it is in PubMed, yes. If it is like in Web of Science, yes. If not, I prefer not to select any new journal for publication unless until it is having a reputation.
Sir, that's all, sir.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Privilege is mine.
Yes, sir. On behalf of University of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we would like to present a token of appreciation in the form of certificate, sir. Please accept it, sir.
Thank you, madam. Sure.
I will share the screen, sir. Please. Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir? Hello? Hello, sir.
Yeah, sorry, madam. I'm audible now. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible, sir, certificate?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge with us, and thanks for accepting our invitation, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the participants. We will join tomorrow. We will join for the section at sharp 9:55 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.